Super Saturday rather failed to live up to its billing, as MPs voted for the Letwin amendment, forcing Boris Johnson to shelve his meaningful vote. So, with Mr. Johnson having written to Europe, after a fashion, to request an extension on Brexit, and written a second letter deriding the first as a bad idea, where are we now? The Daily Mail. Dominic Lawson opens with an anecdote. When he was 14, staying at a friend's house, Oliver Letwin broke the garlic press. He had been trying to crush walnuts in it. The friend's mother aptly summed up the young Oliver, "Lovely boy. No common sense." This tells you everything you need to know about Sir Oliver, Lawson implies, adding disparagingly that he entered politics after a dalliance in the academic field to which he is suited. The peer is a nice man, and a formidable intellect, but his lack of understanding of people is demonstrated by his staunch support for the poll tax, the columnist writes. This, after all, is the man who let 2 burglars into his home at 3 a.m. after they told him they wanted to use his loo. Good politics is fundamentally about understanding people, what makes them tick, or, in the case of the poll tax, explode. The fact that further delay to Brexit will be the only result of Mr. Oliver's amendment is disastrous, Lawson argues. When his cack-handed experimentation threatens to break not a replaceable kitchen tool but our very system of government, it doesn't matter how lovely he is as a person, he will still not be forgiven. The Times. As Super Saturday became damp Squib Saturday, a weary sigh swept the nation like a weather front, sighs Claire Folks. But she foresees no early end to the fatigue. The government's Get Brexit Done slogan is clever, she thinks, promising an exhausted public resolution after 4 quarrelly years. How seductive the promise of resolution is, but how disingenuous, she writes, for even if this deal passes and delivers us swiftly out of the EU, our Brexit travails are nowhere near done. Pollsters Populous say that many people in their regular Brexit focus groups think Mr. Johnson's deal is a final trade deal. When these focus groups are told that Brexit triggers a longer phase of talks and trade negotiations, the response is often horrified silence. What people really want over and done with is all the rancor, she claims. The government would like us to believe that getting Brexit done will fix this. The idea that exiting the EU will in itself lance the boil of bad temper is optimistic in the extreme. The answer is a second referendum, she says. While this path has been Remainer territory thus far, those who wish to leave the EU should also embrace it, she says. Though many will feel like retreating to a cave at the thought of another vote. It is the best way to settle the eye. For more on this story, visit the news article link.